Hello, guys. Welcome back to Fresh Podcast. My name is Rodrigo. As always, your host here. I'm here with Aaryan again, and it's the third episode on our road. It's only the two of us because, as we explained previously, most of our members are out from the city, and we're just recording all these podcasts the same day.
And Rodrigo's an idiot, and he left only 20 minutes for us to record before he has to get on his flight as well.
Yeah, I had to hurry up, so it's gonna be a shorter one, maybe, or maybe not. Who knows? Basically, this is also a special episode since we are on to New Year. We're closing on to New Year. This year is finally ending. This decade is finally ending.
Oh God.
Which is crazy when you think about it. And yeah, so basically we thought like last time we were also gonna talk about some fun end of the year stories and some memories we have from this period of the year,
and from the decade even.
From the decade as well, yeah. Like more like a decade review, you know. I personally thought the decade had its heights and lows as well.
Of course.
Like some years were very good for me. Like last year, 2018 was amazing for me at least. However, I had some lows like 2015 when I moved from Argentina to Brazil. It was a pretty hard year for me. But back on topic, I think that overall it was a decent decade. Like there were some tragedies, of course, in the world. Some stuff that happened, some terrorist acts, some things that have happened this decade. But I think that overall it was not so bad decade.
It was a pretty decent decade, yeah.
For humanity, in terms of everything actually, in terms of music, in terms of movies that came out. Some amazing movies came out this year and this decade as well. Some very good albums, some very good songs as well. So from both artistic and even social point of view, I don't think it was a bad decade.
Yeah, it was decent. And even in terms of sports.
Even though it could get better when it comes to the environment, you know, taking care of the environment, it could be better, but I think that's still a work in progress. And I think that people will become more conscious, and eventually we will be more caring about the environment. So back on topic, I have had some very good New Year celebrations. Each time, of course, fireworks. You can't miss the fireworks. Special food. The food we eat during New Year is usually very similar to the food we eat during Christmas. However, we have had some crazy meals for New Year.
What's crazy?
What I mean with crazy meals is like some feasts. I don't know. Once my dad he like took a fish, like a giant fish, and he just like made a barbecue out of fish.
Whoa!
And that for me, I don't think it's very crazy, but for me at least, because we were very used to only eating beef during the holidays. So that time when we actually ate like roasted fish, it was very good. It was very delicious, and it was also a very special time. I also like partying during New Year. It's always good. I don't know if you have ever been to a New Year Eve's party.
I literally just found out about this lifestyle, you know, partying.
Partying is pretty good.
I'm a new
yeah, but
age
by the
party
way,
animal.
Aaryan turned 18 this week, so happy birthday!
Thank you.
And last night we went to a club, and he went to a club as an adult person for the first time of his life. So it was it was actually a pretty good party.
It was nice.
And the club was average, you know. It was good, but it could have been better, of course. However, I'm satisfied with it, and we've had a good time. Shout out also to the people who went with us to the club.
Yeah.
But yeah, back on topic as well. So yeah, as we said before, partying during New Year is very good. Drinking during New Year is also very good. Like when usually what happened when I was living in Argentina for this time, for Christmas and for New Year as well. Like all my uncles and cousins would like reunite in one house. Because I have two uncles, so my dad has two brothers. It means so there are three brothers, which means that we have three houses.
Oh,
so
wow.
each year, like we would choose one house, and we would go to that person's house for this period of the year, and we would spend like 3 weeks basically eating and drinking and living. I was young at the time, so I didn't drink that much. But I still remember like the times, you know, like the times I drank with my cousins who are all older than me. I don't have any cousin who is the same age as me. I have one cousin from my mother's side who is younger than me.
How many cousins do you have?
A lot of cousins.
Same. I mean, our families are normally massive.
Yeah, I have like actually not that much, but when it comes to these celebrations, it looks like a lot of people. and it's just like it's the best time. It's the best time of the year, I think, at least for me. New Year, it can get a bit depressing if you're by yourself, but if you spend time with your family and everything, I think it's one of the best
100%.
times of the year.
Any plans for this new year for you?
For this new year, actually, I was going back to Brazil and then to Uruguay. However, I just found out like 2 days ago. I found out that we're going back to Brazil before New Year for some reason, and it's actually very good spending time at Uruguay during New Year because people there are really crazy and they like throwing a lot of fireworks and it's very beautiful. However, this year as I said before, just found out and we're going back to Brazil before, so I will be spending my time in Brazil. And if it's the case, I will probably go out with my friends.
Of course. In Brazil, yeah.
And just get
Sao
drunk
Paulo is
and party.
mad.
It's gonna be a huge party probably because when it comes to like New Year,
The Brazilians know how to party in any
they
situation.
just go all out,
in any situation, they know how to party.
Of course, like a carnival and New Year is very similar to carnival.
Nah, I live in a smaller part of Germany, so.
So,
not
do you
too
have
much.
any interesting anecdotes regarding New Year?
Oh yeah, the time that my brother nearly lit our house on fire might have been when he accidentally
What
let
did happen?
he accidentally let a firework go and it literally went straight back.
Firework
and almost,
inside the house?
No. So we were right outside the house,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
he
yeah.
let go of a firework and it just went backwards, right towards the house. It just like grazed and flew over. It was
Jesus.
super lucky.
Well, at least it didn't burn, right?
No, that was one of the funniest things ever. And New Year in India is incredible because of course we have a ton of people there and fireworks. The whole sky just gets lit up.
I'm not really very knowledgeable on this, but isn't there like a colors festival in India?
That's in February. That's in
February, right?
Yeah,
it's like the
in February.
equivalent of carnival, right?
Nah, kind of, but it has more religious sentiment.
Religious sentiment. Okay.
Yeah, but
No,
it's
because
crazy.
in
Holi gets incredibly crazy when you go to parties and stuff. They throw color everywhere, and there's like water guns, and you see your friend's family.
And you have a T-Series playlist. Like,
And my T-Series playlist, of course, is banging all of them classics. And we go to each other's houses and give each other
and
sweets.
I was speaking before about a special food. Do you eat different food for New Year?
For New Year, no, it's generally just having a feast of as much different
feast,
stuff,
of
as
course,
much
of
different
course.
stuff as you can get.
Of course.
And it's just spend time with the family and of course friends sometimes.
Yeah, I personally think
have
that
fun.
New Year is one of the best times of the year. Even if you had like a bad year, you can just forget all of that.
Yeah.
You can just leave all of that behind you. And you usually make some promises, I guess, at the beginning of the year.
That's fake news. We all know that no one
Well,
ever.
yeah,
ever
well, I
holds
know,
their-
like most people at least don't really stick to the promises they make on New
Have
Year.
you ever actually stuck to a New Year's resolution promise?
Yeah, actually, yes. For instance, when I like when 2018 started, I was like, yeah, this year I'm gonna have a good grades. I'm gonna go to my selected school, and I managed to do that. My grades were pretty decent last year, the last year of high school.
Bragging.
And yeah, of course, bro. And I managed to go to my university of choice, so it's all good. From first choice, I didn't have to look that hard into like getting to university. I'm not saying getting into university is easy.
No, of course
I'm
not.
not saying that. Of course,
Crazy difficult.
it's difficult. You have to work a lot. However, it was not as hard as I thought. That's what all I'm saying. I'm not undermining anyone, but I don't think it was that hard. That's what I'm saying.
Fair.
And also, yeah, like that time as well. And also, I think that was only one of the few times I actually like stuck to my resolutions. Because otherwise, I had some resolutions for this year. For instance, I was like, yeah, this year I'm gonna work so much. I'm gonna put a lot of effort in everything I do. I'm gonna go all out. I'm gonna become a more social person. That's the kind of stuff I told myself I would do. And I mean, I kind of worked a little bit, but not so much.
I mean, the effort part. When I saw you in exams, you were literally not sleeping, just studying.
No, I put a lot of effort in the exams. That's why I'm very disappointed by the fact that I'm gonna get in my grade like in 1 month. That's
in 2 months.
not very
2 months.
that like 2 months. That's not very good from the university.
Oh.
I'm not gonna criticize the university, but just saying it could be faster. It could be faster.
The one time you actually look forward to getting your grades is when you've actually studied.
Of course.
It's true. It's always the case.
Well, yeah, but back on topic, I think that most of the times we don't stick to our resolutions, but at least we try. At least I think stick to them, even though sometimes they're pretty unreasonable. Actually,
I mean,
for the things
as a word
you're
of
capable
advice,
of.
generally don't give yourself a resolution that's way too big. Like don't give yourself a resolution by saying, I'm gonna go to the gym every single day, non-stop, 24 hours. Nothing
that's the
super
kind of
unrealistic.
resolution to make,
Give yourself smaller goals, and then keep on adding to your resolution as you keep going. That's the way.
That's actually a very good advice. Yeah,
That's the way you can fulfill anything.
I agree with that. Yeah. And what else can we say about New Year's Eve? So, and have you ever been to like New York for New Year's Eve?
New York? No, I have not been to. I mean.
Because I know it gets pretty crazy back there.
Well, I mean, it's so super overrated to go to Times Square for New Year's. That's what everyone from New York has actually told me, that no, you don't want to be found in Times Square during New Year's because it's hell.
I don't know. It doesn't seem like that bad. At least in movies and stuff, it looks pretty.
It looks nice on TV, but like on New Year's, you
like,
want to go to an actual party and not stay in Times Square.
I guess that parties in New York must be pretty crazy.
Of course, it's New York.
So yeah, I think that's all we can say about New Year's Eve.
That was a shorter one this time, but
it was a shorter one, of course, as well. But it's because we have a lot of things to talk about, and it just becomes hard actually to try to remember all these things, especially since right now my thinking process is not very. It's not at its top, let's say.
But hungover Rodrigo, just a heads up. all of these last 3 podcasts have been Rodrigo hungover as hell.
Yeah, well, but as always, guys, leave a like, subscribe, comment, tell us your stories from New Year. Yeah, and give us feedback.
Like and subscribe, of course.
Yeah, and follow us on our social media, which will always be on the description. Of course, fresh.podcast Instagram, fresh podcast OK Twitter. It's gonna be on Spotify. It's gonna be on SoundCloud. It's gonna be everywhere, guys.
Everywhere. Fresh Podcast is making it big in 2020. I'm telling you right now, Fresh Podcast.
Yeah,
we have to be impulsive. That's all I care about.
So our resolution for this year will be making better podcasts, improving our quality, and basically trying to listen to you guys, trying to listen to what you want to hear. And
beating Logan Paul is our ultimate goal because he won the Streamy Award for Best Podcast.
Yeah,
we gotta beat him.
We will beat Logan Paul, guys.
We challenge him to a boxing match. That's how we're gonna win.
Well, as always, guys, thank you, and see you the next time.
And Rodrigo, devolver las media lunas. You still have to give them back.
I still have to give them back. Maybe someday I'll give them back. See you guys.
Yeah.